All right, how's everybody doing? Nate Mullen, aka the Illuminator here, and I'm with Lifetime Lighting Systems, and I want to show you a thought process of what we did on this person's home, and it's 192 lights, give or take, if I remember right. So as usual, we want to highlight the entry. It's the most predominant thing when you're entering someone's property, and really the good way to do it is you light each corner up on the pillar, so you use 4 lights on every pillar. And yeah, it sounds like a lot, but it's unbelievable as far as the dramatic effect that you get out of it. Now, the other thing is, and you might want to do this as a money-saving tip for a homeowner, is, as we all know, probably burying the wire is probably one of the hardest things there is to do when it comes to landscape lighting. So this contractor offered to the homeowner, hey, why don't I save you $1,000 and you bury the wire? So that's what the homeowner's doing here. So you're going to see wire all over the place. So as we come through the property, we want to make sure that the home is dominant. I always like to lead people to the front door. This is a circle driveway, so you need to light up this tree 360 degrees, and we need to cast a lot of light down onto this concrete. And you can see all we did was simulate the naturals, what the sun does, and you can see all the shadows onto the ground. We're going to highlight the stream bed for moonlighting. All these shrub oaks are lit from behind and to the side so they don't compete with everything. And you've got to really be conscious of what you're lighting up. For example, that's a white trunk on that tree, so if you really focused on the trunk, that white would become a hot spot at night. We side light the cypress. We come up here, we need to light up sidewalks, driveways, and paths. So we like to do it from elevation when we can. You can see that we used our Sentinel with a wall bracket. Over here, we use Sentinels with a wall bracket, and we use Sentinel with a wall bracket and a knuckle. You have to be very careful that when you have things like this on a home, which is really commonplace right now because they figured out how to do it with foam and then they just stucco over it, so it's inexpensive to add these details. But if you can't project the light out, which is difficult, then you create all kinds of crazy shadows. So by using our wall bracket with a knuckle, we were able to miss the shelving right here, so we get no weird shadows on the ground or the house. So we came over here, so it's consistent lighting it up. Again, we use our tall area lights. It really blends in, lights up the sidewalk. Then we come up into here, and I really need to provide a lot of light into the entry. So what we did here is we drilled in our mariners, and we drilled through the beam, and so we side lit these columns, these posts, if you will, and really identifies the door. Then we side light the door, obviously with the rock on that side. We got the homeowner's going to come in. He's going to put in some pots. So we've got lights ready to go. Used our copper trick. He's going to buy some big old pots. So he's going to be doing that here in the future. As we navigate and we walk through here, you know, now this homeowner's just recently purchased this home. So he's got a lot of landscaping to come in and do. So this is a utility site over here. Really not a lot to light. I don't want to waste the homeowner's money. So this is just, there we go. Well, that's a heavy handle. So we just don't even care really what the homeowner does. He's got a motion detector light. It's fine with me. It's just a walkway. All right, so this is really not a space they hang out. The person that lived here before, they hung out here, they don't. So we just incorporated one light, lights up this whole section right here. So we were able to save the homeowner quite a bit of money by using one fixture and not multiple. He added this shed, and so we lit the shed up, and you can see that we used we used our creator, we took the stake off, and then we used a wall-mounted bracket, and we lit the shed up from the beam on the bottom. We didn't want to do it from the ground because it would get the fixtures would get knocked over. So it looks good, looks great at night. We put lights into this tree right here. Again, we stayed away from the trunks, and there's about 5 lights. Our guardsmen in that thing just highlighting the inner structure of the tree. It looks fantastic from our main viewpoint, which is over there on the patio. Again, we incorporated one of our enhancer lights, 48-inch. Lights this whole area up right here softly. Giant birds provide our backdrop back there. I like lighting perimeter. I love lighting fences up. It's a white fence, so it's highly reflective, so there's even spacing on that white fence. And then there's 3 lights behind and inside those giant birds of paradise. But their main point where they hang out more, the most amount of time, is from over here in the patio. And so this is where we designed the lighting from. So you've got several different things that you want to do here. You got to have obviously immediate surrounding light, so you feel comfortable sitting out here. So we used a little fixture right there, and actually this is not one of my fixtures. This is a fixture produced by WAC. They're really a good low profile fixture. They do a great job. You got to be symmetrical. We of course used our transporters on the fascia, highlights the patio, and then of course I always like to light up the most intriguing elements on a job. This fireplace, this barbecue is pretty amazing looking. So again, we used our sentinel fixtures. You can see here with a wall bracket drilled through the fascia of that stone all the way through, then used copper pipe on the back side so it looks really professional. We got a barbecue right here. We put a light right here up into the gutter. He has now added these tarps, so pretty sure the light will still come back through. And then we did what we always do, is we put a switch for the barbecue light, and as you can see we put the switch right here, so it goes up with our copper, turn the light on, turn the light off. So, and you can see from sitting in here, right, you can see how the shed comes into play. If I didn't like the shed, it'd be a black hole back there inside that tree right there, the giant birds of paradise. All of these philodendron plants are underlit and they're fairly translucent on the leaves, so it provides a very nice, soft, beautiful setting. Anyway, I think that's about it. I'm glad you, hope you're paying attention, glad you could be with me. Remember, lifetimelightingsystems.com, and be sure to start paying attention for our podcast that is going to be on Spotify, I believe. All right, thank you.